What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Iron Digital. I'm your boy D Wills here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over just two pieces of news, and I'll probably do a little breakdown of the charts. I haven't done that in a while, but let's get into this article, one of these articles, real quick. As you can see on the screen here, we have Amazon is getting serious about accepting Bitcoin for payment. Amazon has begun its search to hire a digital currency and blockchain product lead to enable modern and inexpensive payments on Amazon. Okay. Amazon has begun to search to hire a digital currency and blockchain product lead for its payment acceptance and experience team, who are responsible for facilitating billions of online customer payments through the sites and services of one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world. In response to the June 22nd job posting, a spokesperson for Amazon said, "We believe the future will be built on new technologies that enable modern, fast, and inexpensive payments, and hope to bring that future to Amazon customers as soon as possible." Okay, pay attention. Pay very close attention. I'm going to read that again. "We believe the future will be built on new technologies that enable modern, fast, and inexpensive payments, and hope to bring that future to Amazon customers as soon as possible." It is unclear at this point whether Amazon's implementation of Bitcoin payment solutions will involve the use of Lightning Network or how Amazon will integrate Bitcoin into its user experience. The position marks a decision turn for the global e-commerce giant, whose payments products and services are ubiquitous online. Back in November of 2017, Amazon Pay's Vice President Patrick Gauthier explained that the company had no plans to accept Bitcoin because there wasn't enough demand for it, and had only purchased Bitcoin-related domains to protect its brand. At peak demand in 2017, Bitcoin reached a market cap of $336 billion. 4 years and one halving cycle later, the Bitcoin market cap broke $1 trillion. If Amazon begins to facilitate payments in Bitcoin, it would be sure to introduce millions of users to the immutable distributed ledger technology, greatly hastening adoption and bringing us closer to a Bitcoin standard. Okay, so I like what I see here. Amazon is starting to pick up the pace and starting to get more and more serious about it. This is the kind of news that, of course, like I've told you in previous videos, that I'm always on the search for, that I'm always looking for, because it just furthers my conviction, and I wanted to further your conviction to let you know that you are in the right place at the right time. I know that I was listening to one of my mentors, shout out to Eli Whitehead, What Happened to Common Sense. Go check his channel out. And he was telling us how there's a lot of people that are in the IBM and Silicon Valley and just, some of the top technologies, the technologies that they built in this world. They're leaving IBM and they're leaving Silicon Valley to come into the crypto market, to come into the crypto world, to develop and create this infrastructure that is going to power the future. And I mean, when you think about that, when you really think about how powerful that is, because these same individuals have built the world that we live in now. They've built the technology that we use now, the iPhones, all of this kind of stuff. They built that, and now they're migrating from where they're at now to come into our world, crypto. And so when you just hear that kind of stuff over and over again, and you see even this news article, Amazon, possibly accepting Bitcoin for payment, which I don't think, it's not necessarily about Amazon accepting Bitcoin for payment, but it's just about them getting involved with the technology. Whether Bitcoin is accepted for payment or not, it really doesn't matter, because that probably wouldn't be the wisest thing to do, to be willing to use your Bitcoin for something like that as a store of value. But it's the point to be made that they're getting more and more serious about this space. And whenever you see these kinds of news articles come out, you have to pay very, very close attention to what's happening. Don't just read it at surface level and just kind of wave it off. You know what I mean? Because make no mistake, they want to make sure that they don't get left behind. Amazon is already a pioneer. It's kind of hard for them to get left behind anyway, but you get the point that I'm making. They want to make sure that they remain relevant in this society. Let me scroll down. Now, I read what the spokesperson of Amazon said twice for a reason, because they're letting you know that their goal is to try to make things as fast and and as efficient as possible. And crypto is the best use case for that, for the efficiency and allowing transparency and allowing things to actually be a little bit more faster. Especially, I mean, well, the fast part, it has its challenges right now, no doubt, but we still have plenty of layer twos and different things of that nature that are out right now that could make things extremely fast. It's just people don't know about them. But they want to take this technology and make their system better, because the world is going to be powered by whatever can offer efficiency and allow people to get what they want a lot faster. Because people are so obsessed with instant gratification and wanting what they want right now, anything that can offer speed, that can offer what I want to get faster to me, is going to be a win. It's going to be a W. It's almost certain. You know what I mean? So this is positive news. Positive news. Like I said, I don't know whether Bitcoin will be accepted for payment or not with Amazon. It really doesn't matter to me. It's more so about them continuing to get involved in this technology. Amazon is not the only one that's looking for more people in this space. JP Morgan is looking for people in this space. Several banks are looking for cryptocurrency developers in this space right now, because they want to get involved in. There's not a lot of people who actually know how to develop. So, and a lot of these jobs are paying extremely well, you know, $150,000, $160,000 and up. Ultimately, I think this is good news. Very, very good news. Now, I watched a interview with this gentleman named Greg Foss, and he was on the Mark Moss YouTube channel, and I really do encourage you guys to watch that interview if you can find it. Again, it's the guy Mark Moss. He has an interview with Greg Foss, and he gives a really, really good interview. This guy is a professional trader. He actually was like on the desk of some sort, I believe, and he really does know what he's talking about. So I encourage you to look at that interview. He's an engineer, I believe, or used to be an engineer as well. So he's also able to look at Bitcoin, and it just clicks. It makes sense to him from an engineering perspective. But anyway, let me get into this article real quick. The X fund manager pegs Bitcoin at $2 million by 2031, but that's a $45 trillion market cap. Now, this is from Greg Foss being on the Anthony Pompliano show. He's got this show that he's been doing lately. I think it's only about a week or two out. Really good information on there. I encourage you to watch the show as well, and look at this video. I'm not going to play it for you, but just take a look at that video. You will be very surprised at how he values Bitcoin to $2 million. But he's going to explain some of that in this article. Let's look at this. He says, I think Bitcoin has a chance of becoming the global reserve asset of the world. Why? Because I think oil and natural gas will shortly, and when I say shortly, in the next 10 years, become priced in Bitcoin. He also says, if you're Russia, do you want to sell your valuable resources for this thing called US dollar, which is a program to debase fiat currency, or do you want to hold US treasuries, which is a fiat contract, which is also programmed to debase? He added that Bitcoin as a digital energy poses a better deal, and over time, as more countries come to that realization, there will be gradual shift where nations want to price energy in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin at $2 million. Okay, he gets that from, so what percentage of the reserve asset does it make sense that $900 trillion could capture? Would it be 5%? I think that's pretty low, but let's assume it's 5% of $900 trillion. 5% of $900 trillion is 45 trillion. 45 trillion divided by 21 million Bitcoin. That's over $2 million a Bitcoin. And so the $900 trillion that he comes up with is from basically all the assets in the world valued together, which would give you global valuation of $900 trillion. And so he's saying that Bitcoin can capture probably about 5% of that, which would give it $2 million of Bitcoin. So that's interesting. I don't know whether Bitcoin will get to $2 million for sure or not, but it has a good chance if everything goes in his direction. I mean, this is just one of many ways that he values Bitcoin. He's valued it in many different ways, and I think it's nice to look at different different models as far as how to see, as far as how to project where Bitcoin is likely to go in the future. Playing that kind of probability, it's likely to be in the multiple six figures, even if it doesn't get to seven figures. So yeah, definitely check out this interview with him on Ampli Pompliano show. And also, I don't know what the name of the show is, so I'm just, saying the guy's name. I don't know what the name of the show is. And also the Mark Moss YouTube channel. Check him out on there as well. I think both interviews are extremely good. And listening to someone like that will definitely expand your thinking a bit. So that's what it's all about. Now, let's look into these charts. Now, at the time of this video, Bitcoin, as you can see, is $34,300. Ethereum is somewhere around 2,200. You can see the rest on here as well. Polkadot is down still. I mean, it's crazy how far down Polkadot is. I think Polkadot got up to like $50 and now it's down to $13.95. It's crazy. Chainlink is also another one that's down a good amount as well. Solana is holding pretty well for the most part. I think it's holding pretty well for the most part. I think it hasn't gone past $50 and it's been hovering around 29. So Solana is like really fighting. Is fighting hard. But yeah, the market is looking good. You can see that it's up 7.52% in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 45%. So that is good. As Bitcoin dominance continues to rise, everything else will rise as well. And when it starts to reverse, basically when Bitcoin dominance starts to go back down again, then you'll kind of get the clue as to when it's time to start getting out of the market. Because typically or historically, Bitcoin's dominance will drop down low, like lower than 40%, and altcoin dominance will go up as the altcoin dominance is taken over, because people are taking profits from Bitcoin, putting it in the altcoins, speculating even more. That's when you're kind of in bubble territory. So that's just one of many ways one of many things to look out for when it's time to get out of the market. And taking a look at charts, we have the total market cap chart, which is what I look at routinely for the most part. And we can see for the past 4 days, it's been just straight green candles. Ultimately, the market is doing good. We're not out of the green yet, or we're not out of the clear yet. We're not clear yet. The market still has to get, I would say, from what I'm looking at, the market needs to get above this $1.8 trillion market cap for it to be more on the safer side. And if you really want to be honest with you, if you really want me to be honest, it's about 2.2 trillion. This level right here, the market needs to get past in order to give it very good indication that it's probably going to reach a high. So this will be the next heavy resistance area that I'm looking after. Once it breaks this area, though, the market has to break this area first for me. So this is around this range between 1.73 trillion and 1.82 trillion. I'm looking for the market to break that area, and once it breaks that area, there's pretty much nothing to stop it until it gets to 2.2 trillion. So once it breaks the $1.82 trillion mark, then it's pretty much like open space into the next hard resistance area, which is somewhere around here, 2.2 trillion. So that's what I would look at. So it could, based off of where the market is now, it could stop right here and reverse. So we needed to get past here. The first point it needs to get past, 1.45 trillion. The next area is around here. And then the next point after here is here. It breaks here, and 9 times out of 10 it's breaking it's breaking all-time highs. So that's what I see. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, as always, subscribe to the channel, like the video, take a look at some of the other content. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace.